Hi, boys and girls. I have a really special book to read to you today. Our high school, Edward Little High National Honor Society, raised some money to help support this cause for the organization of Mission of Working Dogs. And they actually bought a book for our library called Lucky Little Guy Big Mission. And this book helped raise some money for the working dogs. So I hope you enjoy it. Lucky Little Guy Big Mission by Ellen Doyon with Christy Gardner. Illustrations by Susan Spellman. It's a beautiful day in New England, and several people are coming to look at Lucy's puppies. They're all playing with each other. Well, except for Tiny Tim. Lucy explains to her puppies, "Someone will be taking each one of you home and will make you feel very special. You will become part of their family." Lucy noticed that no one had been playing with Tiny Tim. He was born with a club front paw and runs hobbling with his leg. Tiny Tim tells his mama, "No one wants me because of my funny paw. I am too different from the rest of my brothers and sisters." Lucy hugs Tiny Tim and she tells him, "Someone very special will be here to give you a wonderful home. You wait and see." Christy arrives the very next day with her dog Moxie. Moxie is wearing a special jacket that says service dog. Tiny Tim asks, "What does a service dog mean, Mama?" Lucy explains to Tiny Tim that Moxie is very, very special. She helps Christy by guiding her and protecting her from harm's way. Tiny Tim asks, "Was she born the way like me?" Lucy says, "No, she served in the army and was injured in the line of duty." Tiny Tim runs right up to Moxie and he says, "Wow, I wish I could do what you do and help people." Christy and Moxie go over and start playing with Tiny Tim. They seem to be enjoying the playtime. Tiny Tim is having so much fun playing with Moxie, but knows that they will be leaving soon, like all the others. Christy walks over to Lucy and starts talking with her. Lucy runs over to Tiny Tim and tells him, "Christy wants to take you home and teach you to be a service dog like Moxie." Tiny Tim dances and runs and hobbles in circles. "They want me! They want me! Christy and Moxie want me!" Happy tears begin to fall from Tiny Tim's eyes. Tiny Tim gathers his belongings and hobbles and runs over to his mama. He tells her, "I am so happy. I will miss you, but we will make you proud. I am going to be a service dog and help people just like Moxie." Lucy tells Tiny Tim, "I know you will be a great service dog for someone. You are very special. I love you. I love you too, Mama." They arrive at Tiny Tim's new home. Christy shows him where he will be sleeping, right next to Moxie. Tiny Tim says, "I am the luckiest puppy in the whole wide world. Thank you, Christy and Moxie." Christy shouts, "That's it. We will call you Lucky." The sun is bright and shining that very next day, and Christy, Moxie, and Lucky head to the park to play. Lucky is so excited. He hobbles and runs around and sees other puppies to play with. They all look at Lucky and laugh at him. "What are you doing here? You don't belong here. You can't play catch like us." Lucky hangs his head down and turns around to walk away. Moxie runs over to Lucky. The other puppies are watching. Moxie tells Lucky, "Come on, Lucky, come play ball with me." The other puppies are surprised. They all look up to Moxie. Moxie shouts out, "Way to go, Lucky," as he catches the ball. Lucky hobbles over and runs over to the other puppies, and he says to them, "Yes, I can play ball like all of you." One of the puppies, Bully Bob, goes up to Lucky. He says, "You think you can do everything we can do? Wow, you can't dig a hole, Gimpy." Lucky looks at Moxie. Moxie says, "Oh, yes, he can. Lucky, turn around and start digging with your hind legs." Lucky does what Moxie tells him to do, and he kicks and digs a hole. Lucky uses his front good paw to finish smoothing out the dirt. Bully Bob walks up to Lucky. He says, I guess you can do everything we can do. You're special. I'm sorry I called you Gimpy. That was wrong of me. Come and play with us. Lucky hobbles and runs to play with all the other puppies. Christy, Moxie, and Lucky get into their van. Time to go home after playing all afternoon and making new friends. Lucky turns to Moxie. Thank you for making me feel so very special. Chrissy asks, how about an ice cream and treats for each of you? Moxie and Lucky bark and give a wag of their tail, and Christy tells them, let's go to our favorite place, Licky and Chewy's. They enter Licky and Chewy's, the kingdom of Carmelot. Lucky looks around at all the candies and sweets, and he says, wow, this store is awesome. It has everything. They each order an ice cream sundae with a biscuit treat on top. Christy buys some fudge and candy to take with her. They return home and Lucky is tired. He turns to Christy and Moxie and says, I love my new home, my new friends, and my new family. Christy says, we love you too, Lucky. And Moxie wags her tail. Christy tells them, it has been a long day. Time to get some sleep. Tomorrow there will be more adventures and more friends to meet. Remember, Lucky, you are a little guy with a big mission ahead of you. Moxie and Lucky are curled up in their beds. Christy smiles and turns the light off and says to herself, we are very lucky to have each other. I will take him to the veterinarian this week to have them look at his club paw and see how they can help him best. We all want Lucky to be a service therapy dog. Till tomorrow, nighty-night. Christy did take Lucky to the veterinarian, and sure enough, he did become a certified therapy dog. He works at Leeds Central School in Maine. Happy trails, Moxie and Lucky. 50% of the profits from Lucky Little Guy Big Mission will go to Christy Gardner. Christy will be using a percentage for her charity organizations for training service dogs, helping veterans, and promoting sled hockey. Thank you so much for listening to this story. Boys and girls, wasn't that a great story about Lucky, who even though he had one leg that didn't work very well, he sure had a great life and became a wonderful service dog to help out a lot of people. I hope you enjoyed that story. And thank you, Edward Little High School National Honor Society, for putting that in our school library. Bye-bye.